Capable, calm and calculating. Three words that have been used regularly to define the storied career of the great MS Dhoni. He's been tough and resilient, rare, just like platinum. But there's another aspect to MS Dhoni's game that makes him a true man of platinum, and that is courage.
The MS Dhoni Signature Edition. Jewelry crafted in rare platinum for men of platinum.
Hello and welcome to the Dhoni Legacy presented by Men of Platinum. Through this series, we look at core values that have defined and been synonymous with both MS Dhoni and platinum. Today, we speak of the virtue of courage, something that Aakash Chopra, through his storied broadcasting career, has seen. Sanjay Bangar as well, with his time in the Indian team and watching Dhoni. Let's talk about courage firstly for the job that he had to do for so many years just to finish. And Sanjay, you know how difficult that job is as a batting coach, as someone who's spoken to batters, the courage that Dhoni displayed when it came to finishing games for India as well as the Super Kings.
First, I would like to talk about the courage of overcoming the pain barrier. And
Yes.
there was a time in 2016 wherein the new methods of training had come into the Indian team, and he did try and show up once in the gym and doing one of the lifting exercises. He did his back in and he was under tremendous pain, wasn't able to move sideways, wasn't able to run, but somehow he wanted to play and he did go through everything. He moved, he batted.
Sure.
As far as the finishing aspect, there was a game in 2019 or 18-19 in the 3-match series against Australia, wherein we were chasing a score of around 225 and MS was batting maybe from the 25th over and maybe 30 was required of the last 3, and Adam Zampa bowled an over and he literally played that over out as a maiden.
Right.
So playing a maiden over when 30 were required of last 3 or maybe a little more, and then going on to finish the game clearly shows the kind of self-confidence that he has in his own abilities.
I love that you bring up an example like that, Aakash, because it takes great courage to stick to your convictions, and Dhoni's, with how much he's done it over a long period of career, it's so rare to achieve the success he has. Dhoni is a rare man. I mean, Dhoni is a rare man of platinum himself, but at times it may not work for you. At times it works for you, but Dhoni believed in taking the game deep, and through numerous high-profile occasions, we saw that he had the courage to back himself even if the asking rate was rising.
Yeah, and it's when you talk about rare, see, when you are actually, there's one side or one role that has been assigned to you as you're growing up. Okay, you are good at this and carry on doing this. But as you grow older and you become a senior and you become a captain, then there is every reason for you to actually find a cushy role. Because if batting in a wide ball game, batting lower down the order is the toughest thing to do. So taking it upon yourself that I am being the senior, this is my job, this is my role, I am the best at it. I can allow others to have a slightly easier time in the middle, but I am the one who's going to take the game deep because I know I can handle it much better than anybody else. And that takes courage. It also is like there is a thing called leadership from behind. Not necessarily always by example, leading from the front is what they say. Sometimes you just allow others to be, and when things go wrong, you're always there.
Yeah, I mean, if we can get into some storytelling on one of the most significant tournaments in Indian cricket as well as Dhoni's early years, the 2007 T20 World Cup. And these are platinum moments that we're coming up with giving the ball to Joginder Sharma in the final. Or if I go a little soon before that, that really fun bowl out, which doesn't exist in cricket anymore. But who would have thought the choice would be Robin Uthappa, to be one of your 3? It was Harbhajan and Virender Sehwag. Sehwag is not your frontline bowler. It takes tremendous courage to already think out of the box when so much of the landscape is only new and undefined.
I think courage also comes from a lot of preparation. If you're prepared well, if you're confident that I have plans in place, others may or may not know about it, then it is an easier decision to make because of all the hard work that you put in the past. The bowl out that you mentioned actually was something that the team was practicing after every practice session. And these were the guys who were actually hitting the stumps more often than the main bowlers.
Sure.
So when the actually situation arose,
They were prepared.
it was an easier thing to actually go to them, even though it looked so unconventional that why would you actually have Virender Sehwag and Robin Uthappa bowling when you have got a plethora of very good or rather better bowlers. So I think courage also comes from the fact that you are very well prepared.
I mean, that is so courageous, because imagine if it goes wrong, and then it could be a completely different story. But it doesn't for MS. Another courageous thing he did through CSK's great years in the IPL when they became such a formidable franchise, Sanjay, was we, of course, know that he had a big influence on how that squad needs to be built, what kind of players. And we have often thought, oh, they're picking too many old players. This surely is not going to be able to match up with some of the other teams which are younger in average age. But now as we look at the legacy of CSK, their success over the years, tremendous courage to go to that auction table and do something which no other franchise was doing, assemble a squad of experienced players that worked.
And CSK, for all that you know, have always felt that this is a man's game, this is a man's league. They have never gone in investing young players and trying to make them or build their careers by giving them a lot of opportunities, and that is a way which no other team has played in that fashion. So they clearly want blue chips which are tested, so that their returns may be conservative, but they are certain.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a sort of, as you break it down, there's courage in every aspect of MS Dhoni. And even when there are questions, the fact that he's courageous enough to keep playing at a time where the body is perhaps saying otherwise. I mean, there is a great love to the game, backed by a courage to still be the most impressive six-hitter last season in the death.
And there is courage also in admitting what you can and what you can't do. Because while there is a lot of bravado in just going out there and trying things that you may or may not be 100% sure of, but courage, in my opinion, is also saying no to things that that are tempting. Like again, sometimes you feel that batting higher up the order, where you feel that there is a temptation that I cannot possibly do that, but then you are wise enough to understand that no, it is not my time. And saying no sometimes is the toughest thing to do. And that takes courage. And I think that's what he has done. If he's able to do, he's realized that these are my strengths. This is what I'm going to stick with. And there is enough conviction in that. And he just follows that.
Well, he is a true man of platinum. And these are wonderful stories. Thank you so much, Aakash Chopra and Sanjay Bangar. Well, there you go. That is courage for you. A quality that sets apart the good from the great. And something that has been such a trademark for MS Dhoni right through his career, that aspect of courage that makes him, MS Dhoni, a true man of platinum. This wraps up another wonderful edition of the Dhoni Legacy, presented by Men of Platinum.
The MS Dhoni Signature Edition. Jewelry crafted in rare platinum for Men of Platinum.